Are you almost ready?
Yeah, I'm almost right there. Sorry, I don't know if you heard me. I just ran to the couch with my knee. All set up? All right. I am so excited to go to Northumberland today, aren't you, Debbie?
I am super excited.
Why do you sound like that? What did you... The birthday balloon. You said you'd get me with this, and I did not expect this to be now. Oh, no.
Don't try this at home, kid. I sound like...
You sound like... I don't know. Do not try this at home. Oh, my gosh. Don't try this at home. Stay tuned for Travel Wednesday in just a second. Hey!
Hey, hi.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
Hello.
That's brutal. Just two patriotic girls. So please don't take us the wrong way.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show. She loves it when I say hi like that.
That's exaggerated much.
Just a little bit.
No, what you don't know is sometimes we have to restart these episodes 4 or 5 times because I may say something wrong or whatever, stupid joke. And so every time we do, she decides to say, ha, with more and more. Yeah, more of a southern thing going, I don't know, but it's funny. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you. It is Travel Wednesday.
It is Travel Wednesday.
And before we get into Travel Wednesday, guys, please like the video if you like our content and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to. And if you don't have to. Yeah, I added in some Southern for you too, right there. That was my gift to you.
You sure did.
But before we get into today's video, I want to thank everybody that's been watching our episodes and everything like that. Everybody over on Facebook, you guys are awesome. We've been going through some stuff the last few days, and weren't sure if we we're going to continue on, but we've decided to give this another shot and maybe do things a little bit differently.
Why? Because we like it.
Yeah, we love it. We love the knowledge, the education, and that's what we're here for. So we hope that you'll want to learn with us and continue with us for as long as this lasts. And at the same time, you know, we're going to take things a little bit in different places here and there. So stay with us. You never know what's going to happen. We don't even know. And no, we don't. So before we go on, let's go over to Patreon and thank everybody over there. Our patrons are rock stars. We appreciate you guys so much. We are doing a lot of new stuff on Patreon very soon. A lot of really cool, exciting things that are coming up. We've already done new episodes over there. The worldwide travel has just not worked out on YouTube, so that has moved again back permanently to its only home on Patreon, along with a lot of other really cool stuff. So if you guys haven't checked it out, check it out, see if you like it. But let's give some shout outs to some of our wonderful patrons.
Let's do it. We want to thank Simon Batchelor.
Thank you, Lee Mills.
Thank you to Pitch.
Thank you, Jennifer McGuckin.
Thank you, RebRock65.
I don't like it when you get to say RebRock65. I'm jealous. Thank you, Anita Abbey.
Thank you, Richard Kirk.
Thank you, Steve Wallace.
Thank you, Mr. K.
Thank you, Richard Marshall.
Thank you to Jane Kavanaugh.
Thank you, Joseph Sansom.
Thank you to Chris Shelley.
Thank you, Mick Radford.
Thank you to Peter Burke.
And thank you to Paul Holland. And these are just
all.
Yeah, these are just some of our patrons, and we give you guys such great things. We appreciate you so much. So today we're going to do a travel video that has been asked and requested a lot, pretty much since we started doing Travel Wednesdays. And it was just a video we couldn't find and other people had tried to help us find. So we're going back to Alex Travels. We've done quite a few of his videos, and I think you guys give him way too much crap. Go easy on him.
Poor guy.
Yeah, go easy on him. But he does some good videos and videos on places that other people don't. But so we're going to Northumberland today. It's been requested. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I feel like that's pretty simple. Then again, I think that about a lot of things, and I'm wrong. So let's see what Northumberland has to offer us. I love you, Debbie.
Hello and welcome. You can probably guess where I am by what you can see behind me, but this is my top 10 things to do in Northumberland. Enjoy.
You're an airplane meal.
Perfect for Easter.
So yes, Northumberland, home to more castles than any other county in the world. It's the least populated county in England, and it's home to some of the most immense, rugged, wild landscapes that I've ever seen. All of these things make...
That's pretty awesome.
Least populated place in England, but with the most castles. Why wouldn't you want to live near the most castles? I'm like...
Well, he just said it's the most rugged.
But there's the most castles.
Well, it's rugged, so you can't quite live there.
I already know where I'm moving anyway.
I get a houseboat.
Make Northumberland the perfect place to explore around. So make sure you subscribe if you enjoy the video.
Oh, I forgot to mention too that the person that sent us this video said that the last two places in here actually are not in Northumberland, so
oops.
I don't know. Just go with it as much as we
Let's begin the list. So firstly we have Bamber Castle. Obviously there's a few castles on this list with there being so many in Northumberland, but this one is pretty breathtaking. So activity in this area actually dates all the way back to the year 547, but obviously back then Bamber Castle would have just been a wooden structure, none of which would remain today, mainly because in the year 993 the castle was completely ransacked and destroyed by the Vikings, and every building subsequently burned to the ground. From the ramparts you can see some amazing views. These islands that you can see here are actually the
hold on.
ramparts. You can see some amazing views.
Right there on the very far right. Those aren't like houses, are they?
Looks like a house to me.
Or like manors, or like a hotel or something, because those are freaking enormous.
I'm going to call it a cottage.
It's a big giant cottage. I'm just curious, because that's amazing. Sorry, guys. I'm really pausing too much. Sorry. There's a lot to see here.
These islands that you can see here are actually the Farne Islands, and off in the distance here you can see the famous holy island of Lindisfarne, which I'll be talking about much more later on in the video, so stay tuned. And this castle is home to not one, but actually two different museums. One of the museums is full of archaeological findings that were found in this area, including a lot of Anglo-Saxon artifacts, and the other museum is actually a museum of aviation, which you may think is a little bit of a random museum to have in a castle, but actually no, because in the year 1894 this castle was purchased and renovated by the famous scientist and inventor William Armstrong. So there is another side of history entirely about this castle that you can learn about on your visit, and so that sums up number one on my...
So what's our connection, Debbie? We have a very strong connection here in Ohio to Northumberland. Oh, yeah. Very strong connection.
The Wright brothers, who invented flight, were born in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Just north of us.
And if you didn't know, now you know. I don't know if you care.
The more you know.
I don't know if you care, but now you know.
My list, and on to number two, which is another castle. And it is actually in very close proximity to Bamber Castle. It's located only 9 miles south down the Northumberland coast. But this castle was much less fortunate, as it is completely left in ruins today, and some of the walls have fallen over the massive coastal cliffs due to erosion over the years. One thing to note if you want to visit this castle is that there is a 1 mile walk from the town of Craster that you have to do to get to this castle, as there is absolutely no parking nearby. But this walk honestly is awesome. It's walking right along the coast, and you have an epic view of probably the most impressive part of the castle as you approach.
I would have to walk that.
It's a well, Ellie. It's a well. Well. Next up on the list we have one of my favourites, and definitely a really big highlight of Northumberland.
Does he have a totally different girlfriend in this video?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
That was a blonde chick, and I don't think he was with a blonde girl last time.
Maybe.
I don't know which videos newer the last one.
Maybe she colored her hair.
No, it was totally different, I'm telling you.
Which is the holy island of Lindisfarne. It's also known as the Holy Island, and it is known as this because it was actually one of the most important sites for early English Christianity. The island is actually only accessible at certain times of the day because the causeway to access the island becomes submerged at high tide. So you need to plan your visit accordingly, but there is just so much to do on this island. It's definitely worth a visit, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So the first thing that I would mention to see on the island, and the very last castle on the list, I promise you, is Lindisfarne Castle. So I can't comment too much on the interiors of the castle because we went to Lindisfarne in the evening to catch an epic sunset there, and also to wait for the tide to go back down so we could actually get to the island. So the castle was closed when we went to Lindisfarne, but if you do visit Lindisfarne in the day, it definitely looked worth a visit, and from the outside, it looks epic. But here are the things that we actually did do on Lindisfarne. So first of all, we walked through the extremely picturesque town to these really unique sheds made from upturned boat hulls that are definitely worth a look.
Whoa.
And from here, you can walk around.
That is awesome.
What a genius idea.
That is. Reuse. Recycle?
I'm like, what is this cool little, like, house thing? Like a little hobbit house.
It's like a little tiny house.
Yeah, that's so cool. I would never have thought of a boat.
People are ingenious.
I love the things that everyone's making houses out of. I mean, the shipping craze, not that anyone could afford one of those now anyway, but all the different stuff people are making houses out, like, that's so awesome.
It is cool. I like those gloves there with the hands.
This just gave me an idea. I would love to do a video of some of the tiny homes that you guys have over there in the UK. I bet there's probably stuff like that we would never have known about, because I've never seen anything like that over here. That's just really neat. Sorry. Really neat. Rewind to 5 seconds. Look at that. That's so cool. A boat. Never would have thought.
Made from upturned boat hulls that are definitely worth a look. And from here, you can walk around this small section of the coast and see so many things. This ruined hut was an amazing viewpoint of Lindisfarne Castle before heading up to the Holy Island War Memorial. And from the War Memorial, you can see a really great view down into Lindisfarne Priory, which again was closed when we got there, but if you visit in a day, you can visit that as well. But from here, if you carry on walking around the coastline, you get to my personal highlight of Lindisfarne, which is St. Cuthbert's Island, which is actually an absolutely tiny island just off the coast of Lindisfarne Island. So this island is only accessible at low tide, and it's the location where St. Cuthbert used to come to pray, as basically he could walk out to the island at low tide, and then as the tide rose, his small island would get cut off from Lindisfarne and no one could reach him or disturb him until the next low tide. Which, to be honest, I've never sympathised with anything quite as much as this. It's just a really great story, and to be honest, this island was just so serene and peaceful, especially in the evening. We even actually had the pleasure of seeing hundreds of seals swimming back out to sea with the tide, which was just an amazing view and a great end to a great day on Lindisfarne. So now on to my next point, and for this point we have the breathtaking Hadrian's Wall. So this wall stretches for 73 miles across the entire breadth of England and dates all the way back to the year 122 AD. It's built by the Roman Emperor Hadrian to cut off the organised Roman kingdom from the savages that lived up in the north.
I want to stay in that house.
Oh, right at the wrong second. That was my postcard moment of this video.
Organised Roman kingdom
Look
from
at this.
the savages that...
Now lake, I'm going to go fishing.
That is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, that is insane.
That's beautiful.
Wow, could you imagine living in that house? First of all, that'd be expensive, but that would just be... And you wake up and you go out and you look at that, it's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Can't see a Walmart for miles.
Nope. No McDonald's.
That would be awesome. That is like the dream I would have if I lived in the United Kingdom. Like, that is the dream.
Yeah, that's...
Living like that.
Yep.
You know?
I agree. Looks like they got some sheep out there.
I know, I was staring at that. That's just, stunning.
Lived up in the north. Actually, the real life inspiration for the wall to the north from Game of Thrones. Fun fact. So now, as this wall spans 73 miles, obviously there is so many hiking routes to choose from. We hiked a specific 3-mile section of the wall, which I would recommend to anyone, as it's just got some of the most crazy landscapes.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Really incredible Roman ruins here as well. So we started at the Steel Rig car park and hiked to Housestead's Roman Fort, which is the most famous and well-preserved Roman fort on Hadrian's Wall. And you can see some of the oldest toilets that you've probably ever seen there, so that's a win-win. And on the way to the fort, you also go via the most photographed tree in England that you can see here, and some of the most dramatic and uninhabited landscapes I have ever seen in England.
Why do I know that tree?
I actually have a full video on the history of Hadrian's Wall coming up very soon, within the next couple of weeks, so I'll link it up here and down in the description if you're interested in that and want to learn more about Hadrian's Wall, but definitely something that I would recommend if you visited Northumberland. So now we're on to another one of my personal favourites from Northumberland, which is Cragside. Possibly one of the slightly more lesser known things to do in Northumberland, but me and Ellie visited this on the evening of our last day, and we instantly booked tickets again to go again on the next day before we drove home, because we just didn't realize how big it was and just how much there is to see and just how great it looks, and we wanted to explore more. So I think that's a pretty great review for this place. But yeah, it was basically pretty much a hiker's paradise. So Cragside is a Victorian country house that was built and owned by William Armstrong, which is the very same William Armstrong that renovated Bamburgh Castle that I mentioned earlier. So Armstrong was an inventor, so therefore this was the first house in the world to be powered by hydroelectricity. But this is just so much more than just the house, due to the 1,000 acres of picture perfect, right out of a fantasy film grounds that you can hike all over to your heart's content. There is a 6-mile road around all of the grounds with car parks dotted throughout. So what you can do, you can drive to a specific...
Oh my gosh. Oh, I feel like I was just on a roller coaster.
Going around those bends.
My stomach just did like knots and... Did that bother you at all? I got dizzy and my stomach just flipped over. I was just worried
about another car coming around the bend.
I couldn't even... Well, I was thinking about that at first, and then we're...
Oh, the Shirley.
No, it's not... Is he done yet? Hit play. I'm good.
It's just so pretty.
Let me...
Specific section, park up, hike around that bit from there, and then drive on to the next bit and do more hiking, and it's just endless. Also, when we went, it was absolutely covered in rhododendrons, which just made everything so colourful.
Those things are beautiful.
And also, the tallest Scots pine in Britain is here, measuring at 113 feet tall. And yeah, so it's just so gorgeous here. It was mind-blowing. I couldn't get over it, and I really want to go back even again now after being home for a few weeks. So definitely worth a visit. And on to my next point. So finishing off the video, I've got 3 more locations left, and the first of which is Alnwick. I'd say the most famous attraction here is Alnwick Castle, probably due to its many uses throughout the Harry Potter films as Hogwarts. But the town of Alnwick itself is great. It is the county town of Northumberland, and it's also home to possibly one of the best bookshops I've ever been in. It's called Barter Books, and it's a second-hand bookshop, and the building is located in the old Victorian railway station of Alnwick. There's just so many books to choose from, and it's just such a scenic place, a really great place to explore and see what you find there. So yes, the town of Alnwick, just a really great place to stop off at, spend a few hours there and just explore the town. And next up, although technically not located actually in Northumberland, I did want to bring up the city of Newcastle, because this is where we stayed when we were exploring and driving out to different bits of Northumberland, and it's just a really great city in itself. Some really interesting architecture here, and I hear it has a great nightlife as well. It's a really great place to explore around. And then Newcastle is also located right next to my final point of the video, ending the video where the video started, and that is the Angel of the North. So this iconic sculpture was built in 1998 and it's now listed as an icon of England. And to be honest, you'll probably see it anyway if you're driving up to Northumberland from the south, because it is located right next to and overlooking the A1. But especially really cool. At the sunset, this is just a pretty special sight. And so yeah, that sums up my video. I enjoyed Northumberland so much, and I feel like there was so many things to do here that I probably definitely missed a few off the list. And if you know you're from Northumberland,
everybody misses things on the list. It's impossible to get everything. And remember, we do know that. We know there's not everything on this list that would be there, and I'm sure there's some stuff that you guys probably are mad that you missed. But you can let us know in the comments, and we'll check it out.
And I'm sure there's plenty of shopping and sweets. We're
trying to find more stuff with more shopping stuff to see and stuff. I really liked that because he actually showed a tiny bit this time, but the bookstore I'm very intrigued about. I do love bookstores. And just looking, I like to just browse. I don't necessarily buy stuff half the time.
Yeah, it's just fun to walk into, see what all they have.
Yeah, like see if you can find something ancient, old, and neat. Or maybe a Bible in a different language that I'm trying to now. I'm trying now. My biggest thing in life is
that is your new thing.
Yeah, I want a Bible in every language that it's printed in. But I enjoyed that. I'm trying to think of the places. Hadrian's Wall. That was actually just so picturesque, so beautiful. Reminded me of some of the stuff we see in the Cotswolds video that we did like 2 months ago now.
Yep.
But that was cool and beautiful. And again, just like the kind of thought in my head, if I lived in the United Kingdom, of what I would love to, not that I can afford it. But that was my highlight on that video. I mean, I liked a lot of it. Of course, you guys know I love the castles too.
Yeah. I think that the castle with the museum and that would be
the first one.
Yeah.
Was that I don't know how to pronounce that. Bamberg? I don't think it's Bamberg.
Something like that.
I feel like that's not the proper pronunciation because it looks too simple. Bambera.
Somewhere around there.
Someone let me know if I got that right at all.
She's trying.
I'm trying. I want to work more on pronunciation. We want to learn more about languages and stuff like that too. It's at the beginning of the video. There's some things we're going to do. Before I tell you any more than that, like the video, guys. If you did like it, we'd appreciate it. And again, consider subscribing to the channel. Again, just another thing. 80% of people that watch us on a regular basis are not subscribed. So you know. But no, we're going to be trying to take we're going to take this show a little bit further into more education for us. And
Yes.
we're going to be looking a lot more into Scotland soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to get into Northern Ireland. I need to get in there.
Yeah, we need to go back and check it out.
Yeah, I need to see where my ancestors, I know for a fact, came from, actually did. And I want to see that with my own eyes. But there's a lot more stuff we want to do and learn. And we're really getting like very proud of ourselves with our knowledge so far. But we want advice from you guys too in the comments section. One thing we want to look at too in the UK for travel videos as well in the future is different places like attractions, things that are fun to go do and stuff like that. So if you have a place in the comments that you would like us to take a look at, let us know. Because we don't know what we don't know.
Right. If we don't know about it, we can't know to learn about it.
And we also been wanting to look into the safari park that we first heard about at Longleat House in the video we did a while back, a couple weeks back. And we want to know if you guys want to see that too, because we'd like to see more about the safari park. So let us know. Drop us a comment.
One thing I want to check out and know more about.
What's that?
Just that I've heard about that Pleasure Beach area. I want to know more.
Was that Blackpool?
I think so.
That just would mean a whole different type of beach here in America. So I'm sorry for laughing.
That's why we need to learn about it.
We will. Well, let us know if we should.
Maybe we should. Maybe we shouldn't. You tell us.
Let us know. We don't know. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. That was another beautiful place, for sure. Different than the last couple we've seen. I enjoyed this one more. I gotta say, I like this place better than the Peak District. Don't get mad at me.
Yeah, and it may just be the way that it was shown to us.
There's just so much beautiful stuff going on in there, and enjoyed it. Hope you guys did as well. If you did, again, let us know, and we'll be back on Sunday. And if we can track down a video on Safari Park and it's something you guys want to see, we'll try to do that for Sunday.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I want to see that place.
Animals.
I want to see these monkeys. Everybody keeps telling us that the monkeys are naughty.
Uh-oh. I got to check that one out.
Debbie would be the monkey.
Naughty monkeys.
You'd be the monkey if you were an animal.
I could be.
You would. What did that look mean?
I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
But you figure it out.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We appreciate your support always, and thank you. We really do. We will see you on Sunday.
Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.